Hey there, and welcome back to Transaction Thursdays. If you are a new transaction coordinator, a new TC, these mistakes are mistakes that can cost you time, money, confidence. They can cost you business. They can cost your clients money. So I want to help you avoid them. We are going to go through the top three mistakes that new transaction coordinators make and how to avoid them at all costs. All right. Let's get started with mistake number one, and that is taking on too many clients too fast. So I know as a new TC, you're really excited. A lot of times, new TCs will say yes to everything, like they have no boundaries at all. Um, and that's part of being a new TC. It's part of starting a new business, being excited, all those things. But it leads to overwhelm, it leads to burnout, and it leads to costly mistakes. So we want to fix this by setting a max transaction capacity to begin with. So until you are, you have a few months in, you have your systems up and running, you have your systems working for you and not you working for them. Once you have your workflows correct and you have automated a lot of your tasks and you really have the groundwork, like you really know what you're doing, I would say about 6 months, maybe longer, depending on the person. Um, then you can up your capacity, you can up your transaction volume, you can, you can scale things. But taking on too many clients, taking on too many transactions in the beginning is a surefire way to lead to burnout and lead to overwhelm, and ultimately you will quit. Like point blank, there's no way around it. It will absolutely lead you to burnout, and you will be burnout very fast. This is actually transaction coordination is a considered a high stress job. It's considered a high turnover rate, a high burnout rate because of the stress that comes with it. And I don't say that to scare you off. I say that because I want you to know what you're getting into if you go too fast too soon. Okay, so that is mistake number one. Do not take on too many clients too fast. To begin with, start at 10 transactions a month, then move up to 20, maybe even start at five a month. Okay, so let's just do some quick math here. So let's say you're doing five transactions a month, and let's say $450 a transaction. You're still getting paid $2,250 a month, $2,250 a month on five transactions if you're charging $450 a closing. Okay, so let's say, I mean, obviously $450 a closing. Let's say you're doing 10, you're still making $4,500 a month. So I know that in the beginning it's like, okay, I can make this much money. Like I can close 20 transactions and I can make so much money, but you're gonna burn out. You're gonna burn out if you don't have the systems and the workflows and the processes set up and working for you. You will burn out and you will quit. When you have the systems, you have the processes, you have the checklists, you have the templates, you have all of that stuff, and you have things automated, that's when you can scale. That is when it is a stress-free job 90% of the time. But that is when you can absolutely grow and scale. Now, back to this. We need to fix it by setting a max transaction capacity. Okay, so set that capacity, whatever it is. If you are comfortable doing five closings a month, you need to stick to five per month for now. When you are more comfortable, when you have that flexibility, you feel like you can take on a little bit more, then take on a little bit more. Do not start off and be like, yes, I'll take every transaction that everybody will give me. And you start off with like 30 transactions or 40 or whatever it is. And then you're like, oh my gosh, what do I do? Like, I'm so overwhelmed. I don't even know where to start. So, mistake number two, no systems, no checklist. This is huge, 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 huge. Winging it is absolutely disastrous in real estate, okay? You don't wing it. You don't like this is not you're playing with like this is real life, okay? This is money on the table. These are hundreds of thousands of dollars, millions of dollars in real estate transactions, in real estate deals. People put their money in as a deposit on these homes. And if you don't have systems, you don't have checklists, and something slips through the crack, you could cost them money. Okay. Money, time, other deals could fall through because they're contingent on this one. It can be a very big mess. Okay. So you have to have systems, you have to have checklists. Have to. It's a must. Okay. So when you are starting out as a new transaction coordinator, it is absolutely essential that you have some sort of transaction management system or software, and your checklists are in there. You know what you're doing from contract to close. If you need checklists, if you need email scripts, if you need any of that, you can go over to my website. It's reprosacademy.com. That's REPROS academy spelled out.com. And I have those resources over there for you. I don't want anybody to start out without checklists and email templates and systems, because this is where you streamline your business. This is where your business grows. Okay. This is how you scale. This is how you go from managing 2 transactions a month to managing 25, 35, or even 85 or 100. Okay. And hiring other people to help you do these things. So when you have systems, you can set your systems up to automate tasks for you. And then your business is running on autopilot, and you're in the background making sure that things are getting done, right? Like you are checking emails and things like that, doing admin things on the back end while other things are running on automatic. Um, Checklists are huge. You have to know where you're going from beginning to end, right? So you have to have a checklist for all of your due diligence dates, all of your deadlines, all of your documents that you need in a certain time frame. Like you have to have a checklist so you can know where you are, and you can be able to provide your client with an update, your buyer or seller with an update. When I say client, I mean agent. Anybody who needs an update on this transaction, you can look at your checklist and you can know exactly where it is. Okay. So we fix this by using standardized workflows for every transaction. You treat every transaction the same. All right. You have the same process for every single transaction. Number three, and this is huge, is poor communication boundaries. Um, Being always available 24/7 leads to burnout faster than you can imagine. You do not need to be available to your agents 24/7. You do not need to be at their beck and call. That leads to burnout. And agents, I say this very lovingly, agents disrespect you when they don't abide by your boundaries. They do not respect you if they do not respect your boundaries. A respectful agent is going to say, oh, okay, your hours are Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. I'm not going to bother you outside of that. If there is something that needs to be taken care of outside of that, I'll handle it. Okay. You cannot be always available. So set your hours up front, set your boundaries up front. Don't answer emails outside of business hours. Don't answer text messages. Don't answer phone calls outside of hours. And I know that you're probably the type of person that's like, oh my gosh, I can't do that. I need to be there. What if I lose the client? Like, what if I lose the agent? The agent doesn't want to use me anymore. You know what? If they didn't want to use you, because you have boundaries, you didn't want to work with them anyway. I can promise you that, because respectful agents respect your boundaries. And the agents who are going to be there, the agents who are going to pay you, the agents that are going to leave 5-star reviews and refer you to other people are the agents who are going to respect your boundaries. So set your boundaries up front, set your office hours. If you're going on vacation, be respectful of your agents time too, and tell them a week or 2 or 3 in advance and remind them again that you'll be out of town. If you don't have somebody covering for you, that they are going to have to cover during that time for you, or whatever it is. You have to set the boundaries up front, though. So you fix this by setting clear communication guidelines, clear expectations with your agents. And that is how you avoid making these 3 very costly mistakes. And if you can avoid these very early on, it's going to help you build your confidence, your professionalism, and your longevity as a TC, as a business owner. And then ultimately, once you do scale, once you do hire other TCs under you and you're growing your business, you're going to already have those guidelines in place for your business. And the next person that comes on is going to have those same guidelines. They're going to follow the exact same process that you do. And that is how you scale. That's how you grow. So comment below if you've ever experienced any of these mistakes, or if you want help avoiding them. If you need those scripts, you need those checklists, you need all the resources. I will drop the link to my website down below, and you can head over there and get you some resources. And if you're not a TC and you want to become a TC, I also offer the course on my website. I've taught over 1,600 people how to become a TC and grow their TC business. So I will see you in the next video.